Hello, it's Darren, and I'm joined tonight by Tuna and two very special brand new guest podcasters here. We have Maddie the Techie and Kaya Too Technical. How you guys doing?
Doing all right, man. Glad to be here. Thanks for the
Doing
invite.
good. Thanks for having me.
So a little bit different situation this week. We normally broadcast on Fridays, but tonight we're going Thursday. We're doing a classic Thursday night throwdown, which used to be the name of TNT's podcast, believe it or not, back in the day before we changed days like 14 times.
Hence the name TNT.
Exactly right? Here we are. Yeah. So for those of you who are new to the podcast, we talk tech. We are a weekly podcast talking everything that's happening in the world of tech. Now, we're going to actually start with something that we didn't get a chance to cover last week. Let's rewind, before we jump into that. So, strike two for the TNT podcast last week. I'm kind of wearing it as a badge of honor. Apple has our number. So last week, you may remember, we were talking about the shot on iPhone video. And for those of you who are unfamiliar, we were kind of poking fun, if you will, at the fact that Apple was using like a insanely expensive rig with an iPhone 15 strapped in there to produce probably the greatest promotional video they ever could. Now, we showed footage of that rig. In fact, the funny part was of all this copyright stuff, we had it on silent at first of all, which I thought, might we get away with it? We didn't. But they didn't ding us. It was funny. So when I was going back and editing last week's show to take out the alleged copyright infringement, at one point we had up on screen, I don't know if you remember, Tuna, we had a freeze frame screenshot of the actual rig for probably about 5 minutes.
The same rig I use for the podcast. I'm using it right now.
Yes, of course. Yeah.
Get that professional cinematic.
Nothing.
Good for you. Good for you.
Nothing was said about it. Nothing was said about the fact that we had the actual screenshot of the rig on screen for like 5 minutes. But the video footage, they have a little bit of a hard on for, apparently, right? So they don't like us messing with showing their video footage. Now, granted, the first time we got copyright infringed, we were essentially making fun of Tim Cook and the freeze frame image of the promotional launch video.
Oops.
It happens, but, it is what it is.
Too easy, though. That's why. It's too easy.
It is. And we all know how ridiculous that clip was of the whole.
And I would never, ever use an iPhone. I mean,
I know. Who uses an iPhone these days, right?
Crap.
But
what? Are you saying it right? Are you saying I don't recognize what you're saying?
Oh, there it is. Oh, okay, yeah, too. Okay, it's good. The other copyright infringement, this was kind of the funnier part of this situation. We were talking about the AI-generated Beatles' last final song. And we played, I think, maybe 10 seconds of the clip. And I was thinking
it was too much. It was too much. Yeah.
But when I had to go back and remove said piece from podcast, they just wanted us to mute it. They didn't give a shit that we were talking about it. They just didn't want you to play any of the song. And rightly so, right? I mean, it is not our material, I guess.
And I'll be honest, the Johnny Cash cover of Taylor Swift was a lot better.
But they didn't dig us on that.
That's because it wasn't made by Johnny Cash. Some guy did it, so I don't think he really cared.
So I guess the guy who made that song was basically like, who cares as long as it's out there in the world, people are listening, right?
Right.
Free publicity, I guess. Free publicity.
Exactly. So before we jump in, I know Maddie and Kaya, you guys are new to the podcast. So
Yes.
Maddie, what's your everyday smartphones of choice in 2023 so far or now?
Right now, I have the 15 Pro Max.
Yep.
That's what I'm using as my main. And my secondary is the Pixel 8 Pro.
Okay.
And I go back and forth. I'm in foldables. I'm in everything from a tablet foldable style to a flip. I have the Flip 5. I just sold the Fold 5 as well.
Right.
Okay. A long story behind that. We can get that another time. But for me, it typically is an Apple first and secondary Android. But honestly, when I get these new tech devices out, I switch. It's eSIM is crap. So right. So we have to call the service and say I want to switch it. Blah blah blah. And fortunate for those overseas who get the SIM card. Less up to you guys. But with that, so I'm calling. I'm switching over. I believe because on a lot of my reviews, I don't do a lot of in-depth reviews on everything. I just do a lot of like accessories and kind of like highlights and stuff.
Yep.
You want tech specs, go to MKBHD and go check those guys out or something. But for me, I'm more like the everyday stuff. So I switch it to my main device at least for a month. Because if you're not making calls on it and your family's not calling, you're not trying to video chat, you can't make a good real assumption on it. So for me, that's that. But right now, all the new stuff is kind of over and done right now. So I'm back to an iPhone as my daily. So
so you're basically settling into like what would be your usual smartphone of choice, I guess.
Yeah, especially going into the holidays, because my grandparents, they don't have an iPhone, they have an iPad, and they're like, hey, we will not FaceTime you. I'm like, okay, great. Send me an invite on there, and I'll get it on my Pixel. And they're like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
And fair enough, right?
This season,
Yeah, and exactly. And I mean, we always talk about this on the podcast, how, we see all these influencers going out there and trying all these brand new things, but eventually they land back down on usually an iPhone and probably a Pixel or a Samsung device of some form.
Yep.
That's right.
Right now, I'm a bit like you, Matty. So I've gone back to the 8 Pro as my SIM's in the 8 Pro currently. I have the 15 Pro Max here as well. And we're going to talk a little bit about your experience with the OnePlus Open as well as Tuna there. But yeah, I mean, again, it's one of those things where we always kind of push the message here on this podcast that, kind of let's use what you like. And whatever works best for you is kind of what works best for you, right? It doesn't matter what you have as long as you're enjoying it, right? And I know on X, people will tear you down quickly if you say anything disparaging about any brand and any product. But
I learned that as I started to grow my channel and everything, and I started to build a really cool community on X right now. And Dan, I actually know from I think a year ago, 8 months ago, and Roddy we started to connect with too. And so all these guys are like super cool on there, and they are like, hey, use what you want to use, man. And then you guys get these guys come in and they just want to see the world burn. They don't care.
Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah,
they just want to tear you down no matter what.
Yeah, I almost feel like on X now, and this has been the case for a lot of this year. Like last year, I did not think so much about that, but this year it's been let's just forgive my French. Why am I saying that? I always fucking swear. I was like, I think because Kai is here, she's throwing me off. No, just kidding. No, but it's one of those things where, like you said, and I think, Matt, you said it probably right there. People, like a lot of their responses and comments on X, and not just X, but a lot of these social media platforms is just, fuck you. And it'll just be a fuck you because they can say it. They probably don't mean it. They probably don't care what you're saying. It's just, they just want to get they want to get a narrative, a dialogue started. And a lot of the time it's just like chaos creating is what I like to call it, right? Let's see how much we can piss off Matt and see what we can get him to say or do before he blocks us, right? And I almost feel like that's kind of what it is, right? That's the world we live in today. Let's see how much mess we can make before these content creators tell us to go, fuck ourselves or whatever.
I definitely learned to pause as you get more growth and more impressions and things like that. You got to pause before you respond and think, would I be burned by a screenshot of this? Because that's exactly what they're waiting for. They're going to say, oh, this was deleted. Okay, great. But here's a screenshot of the shit you said when you were, whatever. So yeah, you just got to.
You never can take it back. You can never take it back.
Can't take it back.
I think we all have YouTube channels too, or most of us do. And I think I'm tiny and I'm okay with that. But the comments I get, usually they're negative. I kind of play it off like, hey, thanks for the feedback. That it might sound snarky, but I'm never going to.
At least they stop to watch you do complain.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
that's true. And true. And I'm already an AI bot anyways, so
it's true. He's not even real.
I'm not even real.
And just for the record, Tuna, every comment that you get on there that's negative is from me. I've just got multiple Google accounts, and I just like...
I kind of get that. Yeah, I kind of...
It's his burner. He just never knew.
He's got burner accounts.
Yeah.
Well, I told you, I mentioned this on a couple podcasts ago, how, I remember in the early days of, One Cut Reviews, we tried to start a YouTube channel unsuccessfully, of course. And I remember one of the very first videos that I ever posted, and the comment, it was a random comment from a random person, and it was just, eat a bag of dicks. That was what the comment was. And honestly, that was disparaging enough for me to say, fuck this shit. I'll go back to this at a later date. And I still haven't gone back to it yet, but I fully intend to at some point. But
Just go back there and just say, okay, done.
That's exactly right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Or I'm just going to post that classic GIF. I think it's like Gal Gadot with all the hot dogs in her mouth, flying towards her face, just
exactly
something like that. But anyway. Kaya, so again, hello, welcome to the podcast. What's your go-to devices? What are you invested in? So we have a Pixel and an iPhone
Pro
as well.
Max and a Pixel Fold.
There you go.
Right,
all right.
This is my main. This is my secondary.
There you go. Right. So you may know Dalvon's usually on here, Dalvon Digital, and he's a big Pixel guy. So I think he would appreciate.
He's a little bit of a Pixel guy. He's not that.
A little bit.
Right.
Yeah. I think we've nicknamed him Mr. Pixel.
Right.
Yeah.
I just pulled off the screen protector, so wish me luck.
On the Fold.
Yeah.
Wow. There you go. Yeah. And so what was the reason?
The original one is just getting too grimy and nasty, and I didn't care to look at it.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I get that.
Now, are you planning on replacing it, or are you just going to go like naked?
I probably will. Whitestone did send me some screen protectors. I tried replacing them, but I tried putting them on there, but they just didn't work out for me. So now they're off. Yeah. So I'll probably just rock it like that for a while. Hopefully I don't mess it up, because I messed up my Z Fold 3 when I had it and pulled off the screen protector. So
right, okay.
I'm not a big screen protector guy. I mean, if it comes pre-installed on the front, I don't care. But the foldables, I won't touch them. After that fold, remember this first Samsung Fold? I pre-ordered, got all these goodies, and it's like the first day I pre-ordered, some MKBHD pulled off this, and I'm like, oh crap! I just ordered a phone that's gonna blow up on me. But it was a lot of hype.
It's not too bad of an issue, I just, I'm not gonna baby it, that's for sure, because it's a phone, it's supposed to be
exactly. Yeah. And I mean, that's the thing, right? With a lot of these devices too, is that, they are meant to be used. And I think a lot of these people, like these tech people, forget that. Right. Like, I get it. You want to resell it at some point. You want it to say, whatever, resellable. And so you can move on to the next device. But again, if you're not using it the way it's intended, then what's the point, right? And that's kind of
that's right.
And then the screen feels real nice. Actually, feeling the screen, than feeling the screen protector on the inside feels it feels a lot better to me. Yeah.
I got mine. I got mine sitting right here next to me. You're tempting me now. Maybe I should just.
I wouldn't do
it. Now, just out of curiosity, so has anyone ever tried like those liquid screen protectors, like the drop on, wipe around and buff out?
Yes, I don't like them.
You don't like them? Why is that, Kaya?
It's too messy and they move too much. When you're trying to clean around them and wait for them to, because you have to wait for them to cure or whatever. They'll dry, but they're so messy. Trying to put them on in the first place, and it's a nightmare for me.
Now, are they like, when you're using them, are they tacky, kind of like those matte screen protectors where it feels like your fingers sticking on it?
Yes, that's how they are. But they're like that, but wet also, and that's
that sounds horrible.
Bad.
Okay, now speaking of foldables,
can I say something? I want to say something about. I'm not getting on the OnePlus tangent yet.
Yes,
I like OnePlus. Okay. I do.
Yeah.
I respect them and everything. But the screen protector on the new OnePlus Open on the front, if you put the case on,
it ripped it up.
It ripped off.
Yes. I think I was driving me insane.
Not for me. Mine's fine.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
I might be the only one. I'm glad to hear I have another fellow annoyed person.
Yeah.
I put the screen protector on. The only reason I used it without the case on the front was because I couldn't get the screen protector on.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, let me be honest. You got to have finesse putting the case on.
Yo, is that what it is?
Yeah, you got those meat hands. You just shove it on there.
Okay, but this is
I'm just messing.
This is a whole you're holding it wrong Apple thing again. Okay?
Show me y'all. Show me
protector gate.
OnePlus.
Screen protector gate.
Show me y'all OnePlus.
Have you still got it on you?
Me? It's actually in a box sitting up next to my door.
Yeah.
I want that phone so bad, but
I can go grab it real quick if you really want to see it.
Do it. Yeah.
Go, Tuna. Go.
Oh, geez. Hold on.
Wow, he's just jumping right to it. I like it.
I'm jealous on that one right there.
Okay, so just getting back to the screen protector for 1 second. So, Matt, I had the exact same experience. Now, that case they included in the box is actually really nice. Like, for what you're getting, it's pretty nice. But I had the exact same experience. I put the front lift case on. The top right-hand corner started to peel up.
Top right-hand corner.
Fucking
top right-hand corner. That was it.
Yeah.
And I
take it off. Ended up...
Go ahead.
I was going to say, what I ended up doing is I ripped it off and I replaced it with a gel one that I bought on Amazon. And that actually managed to hold down better than the other ones. It didn't peel up. But that was driving me crazy. And I almost feel like that was a misalignment perhaps, of like where exactly it sat.
You know what it felt like to me? It felt like, when you get these case manufacturers, they get the CAD drawings and everything, and they go, okay, we know what the specs are, but we don't know what the operating stuff is. It felt like they said, okay, we're going to have this company in China make our case, and we're going to put it in the box without actually trying it first. Right.
Yes.
That kind of stuff doesn't happen with. There's a reason why other manufacturers don't include cases in the box, because you have this mixed experience where it's like some people it's great, some people don't. Right.
Man, that thing looks OnePlus did a amazing.
Well, this has got the case on it.
Job with that.
Yeah. Man, look at that screen protector. Look how nice it looks.
Nice.
Oh, Jesus.
Nice.
Let's see that top right. Let's see that top right corner.
Yes.
I don't believe you.
Yeah.
All you see is reflection. It's dirty, but
it looks all right.
It's pretty
I wish that would have came to AT&T, and I wish it would have came before the Pixel Fold, and I would have got that instead. I promise.
OnePlus can't compete with Samsung, Google, and
I know, yeah.
In the US, we're never going to have that.
I know, but I'm just saying, if it did, that would have been my folder. But I like the fold, but that man, that's a killer right there. That looks dope.
Kaya, you may or may not want to hear this, but Maddie, I, and Tuna are in the process of returning ours, or have returned ours.
Why?
So, okay, Matt, I'll let you start. So, Matt, what was the reason?
It's a good thing I'm drinking tonight, guys. I need to do something, okay?
No, drinking milk, like warm milk.
Yeah, exactly.
Right,
I mean,
right.
I have school tomorrow.
Straight vodka.
Yeah, warm milk for me, too.
I got my water right here. See, that's it.
I'm drinking a cider.
There you
go. No. Okay, so who knew posting such a short sentence about why I returned the OnePlus gained such traction? That's just how it works. But ultimately, for me, it was a few things. One, it felt light, which was great, right? It felt light. It's super comfortable. I like the snap when you open it up. I like the snap when you close it. But I said, okay, so typically I'm going to use iPhone, Apple, and Pixel in this comparison.
Yeah.
So an Apple iPhone, you buy it online, you go, okay, I'm not going to get Apple Care yet. You have 30, 60 days, whatever it is, to add it afterwards, right?
Yeah.
And then on the Pixel, you order it, and then you can add your preferred care on it. And I do it with everything. I'm a no case guy, and I'm like, if I break it, I'm going to just get another one for $30, $100 or whatever.
You're living dangerously.
Yeah, it is.
You are living dangerously. That's something I will not do. I can do with no screen protectors, but without a case, I can't do that.
See, I got a 15 Pro Max here, and I used it today. I dropped it in a dressing room when I was trying clothes on. And I had a moment of panic, but then it was fine. So that taught me, and if my screen breaks, I'll get another one. Okay, it's fine.
Exactly.
But I mean, that's a whole other story.
Look, he got money. I don't have money like that.
Every phone I get this is the Pixel Fold. I have this weird black case. I always get a basic clear case because I want to show off the color I got. So when I get a case, it's not like, you remember the day when you got the iPhone 5 and it was like a 3-inch screen, but you had a 10-inch case around it. So I don't like that, but every phone I've got, it's got like at least some kind of, I don't care about screen protectors because I'm pretty good with my phones.
Right.
But the more phones you carry, the more likely they are to get scratched.
Yes.
There you go.
My whole theory about that, though, is if I can buy this year's phone and put it and it feels exactly the same as last year's phone, why am I upgrading? The whole point of upgrading is to feel the benefit of the materials and the design and all stuff. So for me personally, that's what I do. Now, when I thought my kids, I got a case on that bad boy. Okay, you better know that because that's a different story. But anyway, so the overall feeling of it was fine. It felt good. It felt high end. It felt premium. But then the lightness of it felt almost, I hate to say the word, cheap. I'm sorry.
No.
But
Shots fired.
Maddie.
Okay. But I'm just saying.
Maddie.
I had.
But you know what? I say that about the iPhone. It's too light. I feel like this doesn't feel like it should. Like I'm coming from 13 Pro Max.
Me and Darren are just gonna step back. We're stepping back. We're done.
Hey, I feel you.
I
feel you.
You know.
However, that snap that I had when I opened it up went away after like a couple of days.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this feels great. And then all of a sudden I'm like, wait, okay, that kind of went away. Then
that snap would scare me. That would scare me hearing that every time opening it.
It doesn't bother. It's not that bad.
Okay.
So here's the thing. It had nothing to do with the actual construction of the phone. The cameras were great. Honestly, everything felt super fluid. It was fast. It got my programs running really well. I don't like how you had to put it in tent mode in order to see things with the screen open. So as soon as you start to open it,
that bothered me too.
Over but that's a habit thing that can be learned, right?
Yes.
The thing came to me is the service, the customer service, and everything else with it. I bought a warranty, which I have to get a refund for, but I didn't know if I bought the warranty because when I went to check out, it said my thing had failed, but I got a receipt saying that I had warranty. Like, okay, great. So then I tried to return it. Couldn't return it because you get to the website, you say, I'm going to return. It blocked you and didn't do it. So I messaged the customer service and they say, okay, you're submitted for a return. And then I say, all right, great. And then 24 hours go by, 30 hours go by, no RMA. I message him again. I get the RMA. And then it's in half in English and like I don't know, 4 paragraphs of Chinese or something I can't understand.
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. So for me, it's got to be, if I'm really invested, if I'm going to spend an extra, we all have a bunch of tech laying around our house. If I'm going to spend an extra $1,000, $2,000 on something, then that just a little bit. Then I need to make sure that extra grand is worth it, right? If I'm going to do true videos, I'm going to really post my reactions. I'm going to actually use it as a daily driver for 3-6 months. It's got to be worth it. And to me, it just didn't cross that threshold. I'm like, what I got is, it's not enticing me enough. So that was it.
Yeah, and I mean, that's fair. And look, I mean, I know with me, it was a bit of an interesting mixed bag because, so here in Canada, they didn't offer extended warranty at all. It wasn't even an option. You couldn't buy any extended warranty.
You know why, Darren? In Canada, the people are very nice, and they are very nice to their products, so they don't deserve or need.
No, we don't need it. We don't need it. I know. See? That's what I thought.
Snow, all that snow softens the blow. That's the slogan, right?
That's a t-shirt.
So, no
softens the blow. There you go. Yeah.
Well, see, for me, there was a couple of factors that came into mind. So number one was the no warranty bothered me because here in Canada, that phone was going to cost me $2,200. That was pre no trade-in because I didn't have anything like last year to trade in, and most of the stuff I'd sold and whatever. But again, I didn't mind spending the money if I was going to use the actual device. I was okay with it. I was going to get there. Now, I had a couple of issues from the very beginning. Well, not from the very beginning. I had the hinge not snapping and not popping anymore, which kind of got me a little bit worried. I started having a bizarre screen dimming issue where I would be using the phone and the screen would just dim on its own without any change of lighting, without any whatever. That I couldn't figure out. I don't know what was causing it. Couldn't get to the bottom of it. And then here in Canada, it's not supported for 5G. So, and that's not really a huge issue. For some, it might be. I could not get 5G was just not working on any carrier here in Canada. They just don't support the OnePlus.
That's interesting because mine here in the US supports 6G. So
right,
must be,
it's a fucking tin can and 2 pieces of string we have in Canada's network.
Well, in full disclosure, my cell phone or my phone of choice, my daily carry is 2 cups and string.
Right.
So I mean, this is leaps and bounds better than
anything's an upgrade.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah,
I'll say that the only thing that had me hesitant is I get 6G ultra wideband out here in Texas too. So
that
was
there you go. See.
Yeah. So we had 3,000 megabytes per second download.
You are right.
I was close to keeping it, but I decided just
you could stream from that thing all day long.
Yeah. I streamed to the future with that.
And where I am, it say 5G, but it's not really 5G. So
that's how it usually is everywhere.
Stupid. Yeah. I'm like, this is dumb. It'll say E. I'm like, no, that's not 5G.
They used the wrong letter. They used the wrong letter. I know.
Right.
Well, if you have AT&T and you say 5G E, that's not true 5G. That's just their marketing.
That's what I'm saying.
Matt, just a quick question. But did you have any issues with notifications being delayed? Because that was another problem I had.
I didn't have them delayed as much. I think that for me, from a notification like category, what bothered me is the homes or the lock screen, right? So for example, if you go to check your notifications on any other Android or iPhone, you just scroll up, you see everything.
Yes.
You have to unlock and then scroll to see a couple times. And I'd seen that in a video before. I don't know if it's MKBHD or something, talking about like, you can't just swipe to get rid of it. You have to swipe twice. And I was like, that's not a big deal. But when I got to this whole, you can't see all your notifications without swiping up. That was a huge. It was bigger than I thought, and it sounds high maintenance. Yeah. I'm sorry, I don't care, but
it's interesting. It's like color. It's based on color. What do they call it over in China? It's not
Color OS or
Color OS. It's basically rebadged, and I think they took a lot of the stuff from the western or the eastern part, and they used to be a lot more separated, but they're kind of merging now. And I think that's part of the issue with some of that stuff.
And I think what they're doing is great. I think it's awesome to bring competition to the United States and every other market. I think it's awesome to see great build quality coming in. But I mean, the thing is that if you really want to convert, so many people over to that, you have to have a fluidity to it. It has to be familiar. You shouldn't have to learn a whole new system. You can't return it now. You broke it.
Can I ask the question?
Yes, Kai.
Sure. What's the difference in the OnePlus Open and the Oppo Find N30?
Nothing.
There is
the name and the OS.
I wasn't thinking either.
And it's funny. Was it Flossie who I think I watched, and he actually showed, like, if you look at, I don't know what foldable he had. It had the Chinese version, and then he had the OnePlus, and it was almost identical, except for when you go to the about, it said like Color OS and whatever they call it somewhere else. It was really kind of funny and interesting. Well, and you get Google support on OnePlus, obviously.
Look at Xiaomi devices. So, like Xiaomi devices, you can go onto their website and download the global ROM onto any Xiaomi device.
Right.
So, and again, it's not really the global ROM. You're still using a Chinese-made phone, but the
problem with Xiaomi and here in the US, and maybe Kaya can attest to this too. AT&T don't let you use anything that's whitelisted. Yes. So if it doesn't
problem
work, that's why I have T-Mobile.
I'd be having.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
That's why I use T-Mobile.
Some phones it'll let me do though, and that's crazy because people are like, you're not supposed to be able to.
It's that VoLTE. If it doesn't support that, that's one big thing you can tell right off the bat. There used to be with this Xiaomi, you could be typing some code on the keypad and get it and force it through.
OnePlus 2 used to do that.
Yeah, not anymore.
No, not anymore. Yeah,
because that Xiaomi 14 is looking mighty nice.
Because I had a OnePlus 10 Pro and it worked on. AT&T.
Well, some of the old OnePluses still worked because T-Mobile supported some of the older ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it was funny because
they sold them, right?
They used to, and they stopped. I don't know why, but
Oh, okay.
Well, it's funny when I realized when I put my SIM in the OnePlus Open and I realized I couldn't get 5G. What do you fucking think was the first thing I did? I went for the code. I went back to my OnePlus 10 Pro days and I was like, okay, let's see if the same code works, and it didn't. Which goes to show you that it's probably more of an Oppo phone than it is a OnePlus phone these days, right?
Hey, Darren.
But again,
I really appreciate you being open about that.
Oh, you like I know, right? I'm throwing that out there to the world, right? Yes.
I'm going to go ahead and drop the mic and leave now.
Yes, and walk out. Now, Tuna, you, just before we went on air, said that you are thinking of returning yours. So what is the justification there?
So I generally like the phone. The lightness is, like he said, it's a two-edged sword. It's a great feature, and it also makes it kind of feel cheap.
Yes.
My biggest thing is when you open the Pixel, you get this like widescreen look, and I like that. I don't like the processor in the Pixel Fold. I think it's underpowered, and people can argue all day, but there's a lot of things it can't do. I had the Fold 4, the last Fold. I didn't get the Fold 5, and I don't like the narrow screen, but I also like when you open it, the aspect ratio is slightly different, so you can kind of turn it. With the OnePlus, it's a square. So no matter which way you turn it, you're not gaining any real estate. I mean, it's still bigger. And a lot of the things when you are on the front screen, kind of like the Pixel, when you open it, it kind of opens up, but they don't resize correctly, and things can be stretched out. And it's a software thing. But
I still have my Fold 3, and I like how it.
But I don't like the narrow when it's closed. I like to be able to use my phone when it's closed. Yeah. For me, a folding phone is going to break at some point. The screen gets bent. You can't bend
the outer screen on the Pixel.
So that's why I don't buy flip devices, because even though the newer ones have usable screens, they're still not usable enough. And the more I had more issues with a flip screen than I had the Fold because I was opening it more often. And if you don't have a warranty. No,
I had that Moto Flip. It just wasn't for me. I'd rather have a folding phone than have
me too.
But that's the thing, right? Everyone's got a preference too, right? So I mean, for me,
my opinion's on when it matters.
No, it's true.
We're back on X now. We jumped to X already.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
You will not like the OnePlus Open, Kaya. You will not buy it. Okay, no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Oh, look, I ain't gonna buy it no time soon because I ain't got that kind of money. If it,
hey, that's one thing I will say. They had the $200 off indefinitely, which is still $1,400 is still pretty good. But
I don't have nothing to trade in. If I do it, I'll trade in my iPhone 13 Pro Max, but I'm almost done paying it off on AT&T, so I gotta wait.
Well, I traded in my Fold 4, and they gave me $800 for it, and then they gave me.
Oh, that ain't bad.
I think I paid $500 for the OnePlus Open.
That ain't bad.
Yeah,
that's why I'm. It's not bad, yeah. That's why I'm trying to think. That's kind of why I want to keep it because I got such a good deal on it.
Heck yeah!
But the flip side of that is, we're going to talk about it hopefully later on. There's a company that came out with a phone that you can kind of use on your hand, and that to me is more futuristic than the foldables. I like.
Are you talking about that roll up?
Nope.
Thing?
No, it's the Humane
AI.
Okay, I guess I haven't heard about that one yet.
So let me ask you this before we jump into that.
Yeah.
So my scenario was I was trading an S23 Ultra, okay, for the OnePlus Open, and with all the discounts and everything, it was still like $900 and something. So for me, okay. And for me, that was like too much. But for you, I might make the argument for you for $500. That might be worth keeping.
That's not bad. Yeah.
Right.
Just saying.
No, but even for $900,
I'm not sold yet.
You know what you could do? You know what you could do? You could flip it if you don't like it.
You know, I never thought of that. $700, half price. Don't make a couple hundred. The only problem with it is I requested. I'm on chat right now on the other screen trying to get them to send my label, and they said, "Well, it takes 2 to 3 business days to get your label." I've heard 24 hours. Now it's saying 2 to 3.
Nah. What you say you gonna sell it for? $700.
She's like, I'll buy it.
If you sell it for $700, I'll get that money and I'll buy that from you.
We're gonna play Prices Right, and you say 7, and Darren's gonna say 701.
Yes, he's gonna trade you an iPhone 13 Pro, no problem.
Yeah,
that's seriously.
Okay.
Because I mean, they were going to give me $800 and something for my 13 Pro Max. That's not bad.
That's good.
That wasn't bad to get that.
Yeah.
Just to give you a heads up, my daily is Android and iPhone as well. But I carry about 5 phones. I don't carry them. I mean, I use 5.
Right. I have 5 too.
But I use the Pixel Fold, the Pixel 8 Pro, and then I have the iPhone 15 Pro Max. And my main devices are always Android devices, and iPhone's always secondary. And the only reason why that is because I don't have an iPad. I don't have a Mac. I don't use any Mac products except for it. I have an Apple Watch, I think 7 or 8. I think I have 8, an Apple Watch 8.
I just don't have
them. Not invested enough. So
I just sold my iPad.
Yeah. Well, for I mean, we got a foldable. What do you need it for?
Right. That's and I edit off of my Z Fold 3, so I like to be on the I don't know.
What you need to do is
don't even use it for editing.
Go in your backyard and Jesus. Grow a money tree. They're pretty common. Yeah, so and then you can just pick that money.
Hey, that'd be my dream right there.
YouTube creators in the tech. YouTube in the tech, if you're not smart, can get you in debt real quick.
I already know. I'm already learning.
AT&T owns you, right?
I have to tell myself, you do not have to have the latest and greatest.
Yes.
Do not. Yeah. You don't.
But
it's hard. It's hard when you're in the tech game and on YouTube. That's right. It's hard.
Okay, so can we talk about this Humane AI's push forward?
I never heard about it.
So, Tuna, why don't you give the basic setup, and I'll see if I can find something to accompany you on this.
So I missed the release. It was today at like 1:00 Eastern. I'm in the Eastern time zone, but it's basically a little lapel.
Is it a picture? Do you have a picture?
It's a.
I'm gonna pull it up.
Darren's gonna pull it up. So it's a magnetic, and you put the magnet. It's kind of like one of those newer action cameras.
Y'all talking about to go in your shirt. Okay.
It's got a camera. It's got sensors on it, and I'm not sure what that is, but that's not really a picture. Well, in the picture though,
it's a moving picture.
So it's got a camera, but there's no apps.
Got it on his shirt.
It does not use apps. No, that's not on his shirt at all.
Yes, it is.
It's not.
It's in his pocket.
Tucked. Yeah, but that's not the. That's it's in a pocket. It's in a pocket.
Oh, okay.
That's not the final release one.
You know what's so funny? I just realized as you're pulling up this TED Talk, not to interrupt you, but he hid the bulk of the device in his pocket, so you only see the top.
Well, because that was a pre-release. Now it's actually official. Here, I'll pull up a picture if you want.
Yeah. Let me pull up a picture. Hang on, I got it, Tuna. Hang on a sec, buddy.
Nope, I got it right here.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
Jeez, I swear these people. No,
y'all are funny.
So basically, what you see here is this is a like a light. So it kind of gives you the person looking at you what's recording. Is it sound, video? It does have a 13 megapixel camera in it. On the top, there's another LED for you to look down and see what it's doing. There are no apps. It does not run Android. It runs Humane OS. Everything's in the cloud. So you have a cloud like central area to get your pictures. What they really touted in the video that I saw was it's all AI generated. So you basically say, one thing I thought was kind of cool was he said, play sci-fi music soundtracks. And it pauses, and then it starts playing, and then he puts his hand out right in front of his chest, and it projects a little screen on your hand, and you nudge it to the right to change it, or nudge it this way, or you can, use gestures to pause.
Now that's tight.
But here's the weird thing about it. They partnered with T-Mobile to offer unlimited text messages, voice, and data. So you have to pay $24.99 a month on top of the $6.99 price. Pre-orders start the 16th, but it's not going to ship till next year. You're taking a big gamble on something like this because you don't know if a company's going to swallow them up. Kind of like, he's showing you right there.
That's
Google or Apple are going to jump, or Amazon's going to jump all over this.
Yeah. Amazon for sure.
But what's interesting about this is some of the things he showed was like you're in the store and he picked up a book and he said, "Hey, how much does this cost?" And it'll say, "I found it for $12." And then you can say, buy it. So I'm assuming in your portal on the cloud, you set up places you want to buy from. You set up your weight, height, and all that stuff. And you can even take a picture of like peanuts in your hand, and it'll say, that's 13 grams
of protein. You said
peanuts,
right?
Yes, that's not.
That's okay. Just making sure. Okay.
I think they're almonds, just to be fair here.
Almonds. Yes, that's exactly what they were. Cashews, but whatever they were.
Yeah.
I think in the video they use a dragon fruit, and it said that's 7 grams of sugar. That's too much sugar that you told me you didn't want. But what's weird is that you have like a private circle of contacts and they will always get you notifications, but you can set other ones kind of like in a distant circle. So like they won't always bombarding you. So I think it's kind of like, it's a phone, but it's supposed to distance you from, swiping through apps, looking at pictures. It's more like, hey, how can I help your life and make it better? So I'm interested in it. I think it's a great concept. They have a bunch of accessories. So it's a magnet, but the magnet's a battery. So I don't know how much the batteries cost, but you can buy multiple ones. When you buy it for $6.99, you get the unit itself, a battery, and a charging case. But they also clips. They offer a slight case, like a bumper case.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm really into it. That's why I know so much about it.
Yeah, and I mean,
I like this kind of stuff.
The reality is, you're right. This is definitely an Amazon product. It's going to be swooped up by Amazon because they like to invest in, startup techs, and a lot of the time they rebrand it as like an Amazon, I don't know, fucking something or other.
But what's nice about it is they put some thought into it. I thought it was going to be let's get this out to market and sell it quick, but they actually have from the demos they showed, the guy who was like presenting it. I don't know if you watched any of his videos. He is like stoic. He has no facial expression. It's really weird. That. And a guy walks up and he starts talking in Spanish, and it automatically translates for him. He talks back in English, and he said the speaker kind of shows like a bubble of sound in front of you, but it can get pretty loud. I can't imagine it sounds that great, but
but I mean, it's a brand new like product in the segment, right? Like it's not. Of course, anytime it's a first gen anything, we know that it's going to be kind of hit and miss, but. $6.99. I almost feel like that's too much.
How much does a phone cost? How much does a standard phone cost?
To be fair, I feel like it's a comparison to the Pixel Fold when they launched it, right? They knew they were launching it at a high price tag because it's first generation, and it's going to be for early adopters and people who are super passionate about it, and they want to try to test the market and see what the reaction is to see if it works. I think this is 100%, and I said this when I watched this keynote. I think this is 100% an Amazon product. And the reason is they say, oh, how many nuts do I have in my hand? Almonds. How many almonds do I have in my hand?
Wrong channel.
Sorry.
And they say, karate.
And they say, oh, do you want to buy these almonds? Right?
Yeah.
You go, okay, Whole Foods has these because Amazon Whole Foods for something a pound. And you go, okay, I want to buy them. And then you say, okay, how much is this book? Okay, hello. They said book and that Amazon buying books. I mean, it goes back to the roots, right? You say, I want to listen to music, Amazon Music. I mean,
no, actually, they partner with Tidal. and that's included with the $24 a month. So you get Tidal, and it says high res.
That is true because Tidal is so popular that everybody has it on their phone.
So, well, that's why they partner with it. Exactly. Tidal's a good. They have high res and stuff like that. But yeah, it's nothing spectacular.
It's a matter of time though until, let's say the inevitable. Tidal or another streaming service will be adopted by Amazon because Amazon has Amazon Music and nobody uses that. I don't know if anybody else does. Prove me wrong. I don't know anybody who uses Amazon Music, but
my dad does. I don't use it.
Right.
So now I'm just saying I don't like the fact it comes to a subscription. I think it's super interesting. I would love to test it and see how it really works. I think it's a really big step towards separating us from the smartphone culture where you're staring down your device and everything like that. I think it's very admirable that somebody's even trying to take a chance on this stuff. And this
here's a small problem though. I had Google Glass. I was a beta tester for Google Glass. I love the crap out of that thing because I liked winking my eye and taking pictures of my kids when they were little. It was fantastic. And I feel though, but here's the problem with the Google Glass that don't even go there. It was before its time, and it was a big privacy issue. So when I remember going into theaters wearing it, because I had my prescription lenses in it too, they would make me put a cover on it because they thought I was recording, which it doesn't record that much anyways. Yeah. But I feel this may have similar issues, and I think that's why they put the lights on it. But I still think people are going to be like, what the hell is on your shirt? Why is it blinking? Why is it lighting up? And they said there's a trust bubble, like it's not going to leak your information. But we all know that if someone really, where there's a will, there's a way. I mean, I'm interested in it. I don't think the $25 a month is outlandish because it is a cell company. It's a cell service, and it has data, and it has, but like I said, $6.99. You're right. They probably have to sell up a little bit to make some money.
I do like all the accessories it comes with. It's like a nice package they put together. Yeah. But I mean, when you look at like you want to add your watch to, I heard it. All right, let's move on. Yeah. I think it's like when you are adding a smartwatch, a LTE smartwatch to your plan, it's like $10-15, right? So I think if it was more in like $15 range, because everybody's gonna be like, why do I need this? I have my phone, I have my watch, I have this and this. Right. So I think it's just I think it's a social experiment almost, like to see if people can change their behavior. That's really what it comes down to.
It's a Next Bit Robin. If you got that reference, you know exactly what I mean.
I love the Next Bit Robin. What are you talking about?
I know, right?
Well, the other thing is I don't know. What was the Focals by North?
Yeah. Which
I actually almost pre-ordered those, and like within a week after I thought about it, they got scooped up by Google and disappeared.
Yes.
And I wanted those things. I actually bought an iPhone just to scan my eyes to get the glasses to work. And then I'm like, well, shit, I don't need an iPhone now. I'm getting rid of this damn thing.
Yeah. Well, talking about how we Amazon potentially just being an Amazon product. Now, I wonder if it's a coincidence. So there was an article that came out today saying that Amazon is allegedly dumping Android for its own Linux-based Fire OS. Yeah. So I wonder if this has got something to do with maybe Humane linking up here, and then maybe that. Hey, is it a coincidence?
Let maybe the conspiracies flow, man.
Yeah, I don't know.
I 100% agree that this could be a very good Amazon product, but I don't think it's that far advanced where they're going to start changing what runs on there. I'm telling you right now, Android and that fork they use for Fire HD tablets, they ain't going anywhere. They have to lock down on that. No.
Listen, that was released today, the same day that the Humane AI thing was released as well. Now, I'm just throwing fucking conspiracy out there, but I am trying to connect the dots here. And when you connect those dots, it points fucking so heartedly at that product. But again, we don't know. What do we know? Right? But again, I agree with you. I think it's a really cool
Hold on 1 second. He called us. Anyways, go ahead. No, go ahead.
Shit. All of a sudden, you're going to see my door in this office here get kicked in and then be dragged out in handcuffs. But
you're going to see a drone show up at the front of your house, dropping up kind of like cease and desist letter, right?
Exactly.
If the package is vibrating or ticking, do not open it.
Listen, Roddy told me otherwise.
Well, Roddy's package is a little different. Well, we'll talk about that another time.
Hey, hold on. Pause on that. Yeah. On that statement.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Fuck that.
Yes. Right there. Yeah. Okay. So.
Funny. Y'all is funny.
It's hard to get on Roddy when he's not here. No pun intended.
It's true. Yeah, I don't know if you want to get on Roddy. I mean, it's not for me, but for you, maybe. I don't know. Like, everyone, each their own. But
now, slippery slope right now. Yeah,
It is. Now, another story that caught my attention this week, and this was actually something, I don't know if you guys remember the brand Creative. So they used to make
Sound Blaster.
Earphones, Sound Blaster. Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, that just dated me, didn't it? Damn it.
No, it did. So
I'm 24, okay? I promise.
They released today the first true wireless headphones with MEMS drivers. Now, for those of you who don't know what an MEMS driver is, it has been in cell phones for a little while now, but it's basically claiming it's a type of silicon that allegedly can produce high fidelity audio. Now, they're saying that these would be the best sounding earphones or headphones on the market because of the integration with this technology. They're saying that it replicates sound in a way that's unlike any other headphones before it. Now, I'll pull up a picture. You can see what they look like. They're pretty fancy.
Oh, I can only imagine.
That sounds like a Tim Cook line.
Now, hold on.
Best sounding headphones ever.
No,
right?
The best sounding headphones were the Dyson headphones with the compressor.
True.
Because I still have them on my shelf over here.
Yeah. You still have them, eh?
Yeah.
I never use them. Yeah. I used them once, and then they've been sitting on a shelf.
Well, actually, Tuna, you know what's funny? So Dyson just released the headphones, but not the mask. So they just actually released the headphones as a standalone product this week.
So the mask version is rare.
Gone. It's
worth more money now.
Yes. Yeah.
$5,000. Who wants them?
It's funny. Your Dyson headphones are collecting dust when their vacuums are supposed to collect.
There you go. Yeah, well played.
They're collecting dust while going up in value.
Exactly. There you go.
Y'all is crazy.
So
if they had a way to connect to like I use a wire when I'm streaming. If I had a way to connect a wire to a Dyson, I'd be using them now, but they don't have that option. So.
I always forget what they look like. I feel like we need to see those one more time because I've absolutely forgot. What are they called, Tuna? Do you remember the name?
No.
I can't remember.
Dyson headphones? I don't know.
They're stupid. Here we go.
Just say headphones with mask. I don't.
Oh, no, it came up. Don't worry. It came up. I just typed in Dyson headphones and I got bombarded with,
Yeah.
That looks weird, though. That looks...
They don't sound bad, but when you have those compressors on, you can definitely feel the hum. Hear it, you feel it. It's really strange. And they don't sound... For the price, what were they? How much were they? $1,000?
Oh, I didn't pay for them. $9.99. I'm sure they were $9.99. Yeah,
I didn't pay for them because I got them from a friend who got them for free. You hit it first. Yeah, they don't suck.
Beat you to the punch. Yeah, they don't suck, right?
But what's funny is they really didn't help anything. You got some clean air to your face, but it didn't really for COVID. It didn't help.
It gave you dry mouth, did it, Tuna?
Just not through your nose.
Sorry, the AI froze. Sorry.
There was no joke there. I remember you saying
I'm waiting for the punchline there. So.
No. I just remember you saying that it felt like you had a fan blowing directly into your mouth, which I think is kind of ironic. That wasn't even the punchline, but I'll go with that. That's fine. We'll run with that on there.
I got nothing.
All right. Let's move on. So, a couple of other little minor stories that caught my attention this week. So have you heard about Samsung's new AI that they've released? So Samsung...
Not Bixby?
No, not Bixby. So they're going... it's named after, and I'm not making this up, named after mathematician Carl Friedrich Gauss, I believe is how you pronounce it.
It's already bad.
Apparently, this is meant to be powering several of these on-device AI technologies, and it's meant to make its public debut in the next few months. Now, what Samsung is saying here is that it can handle tasks like translation and summarizing documents, writing emails for you, and it's also going to be looking at that generative AI for images, kind of like what Google's doing.
And judging you in the background. No, I'm just kidding.
And judging you in the background. Now, my question is this going to replace Bixby on the S24?
No.
I think
Too
so.
soon.
I think it's come. No,
I think it'll be integrated, kind of like what the Google Assistant did with Bard. They kind of integrated them together. I think it's going to be very similar to that. They may change the name, but it's going to be basically... Bixby isn't really that bad. I mean, it gets a bad rap, but it's not terrible. I think if you ever seen those videos where they compare Siri, Bixby, and Google Assistant, Siri is the one that's really lagging in comparison. But I mean, how smart is Google Assistant? I mean, right now it's getting better, but it really wasn't like the smartest thing in the world, but it's definitely better than it has been.
Well, separate side note. So we've all got the Pixel, and I mean, I think most of us have the 8 or the 8 Pro on us. Have you noticed a change or a betterment, I think is the word, in the speech to text on this generation?
I have on mine, yeah. I find that I mean, on the Pixel 8 Pro, I found that it works really well. It's hard because I found myself using that more often now because I travel a lot for work, so I'm in airports and I'm everything, and I have one hand on my suitcase and I don't want to sit and type, especially with the Pro Max, even if I'm just my buds are in or whatever, and it works really, really well. So I decided to start trying it out on the 8 Pro, and it works surprisingly well. So then I started doing it on the Fold as well, the Pixel Fold, same result. So I just think that in that Gboard, it's working. Yeah, it's working overtime to try to learn your speech patterns and try to really come up with what you're trying to say.
I love the speech to text to talk on the Google, on the phone, on the Pixel devices. It's amazing compared to Samsung and what Apple does, messes up everything. This doesn't get any words wrong. Like this, it's crazy. No.
But here's the problem, Darren. Are you saying it's not as good?
No, so what I was going to get
because I was told before you go. I mean, Google Assistant's not really good at those Australian accents, they struggle with them.
So what I was going to say, it's very good for me too, but I do notice that when I say something that may be a little bit more accented, it does fuck up a little bit. But that's not what I was going to get at, because I know we all have iPhone 15s here. Now, how does it compare to the iPhone 15 series now that you've had it for a little while? Have you tried it on the iPhone 15 series?
It sucks on the iPhone 15. It misspells things, and sometimes it don't even say what I'm saying. Like, how did I say that?
How do you really feel though? Let's break down the layers.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
It's like an onion. It's got layers, right?
It does. Right. So I'll tell you in my experience, and this is the funniest fucking thing is that. So when you may remember, the iPhones used to change the swear words, the profanity, to ducking instead of fucking. Mm-hmm. The first thing I did. I know. Sorry. The first thing I did when I got the iPhone 15 Pro Max, and maybe I'm a rare cat here. Maybe this is just me. I went straight to the fucking text messages. I messaged my cousin in Australia, and I rattled off every profane word that I could think of just to see if it would catch it. The iPhone 15 series has one thing going for it when it comes to speech to text, and it comes down to profanity. You can say anything and it'll catch it and it'll type it exactly as you said it. Like if I want to call Tuna I won't say it out loud, but if I just send him, if I was going to text him,
I've already heard it before, so
it's true. If I was going to send him a colorful message, we'll say, I find it works better on the iPhone for profanity than it does on the Pixel. And that may be a kind of completely rare use case. And I don't know what kind of text messages you guys are sending. I promise I don't swear that much, but
I do.
Oh, there you go. Perfect. Yeah.
Oh, you can't see that. Never mind.
What did that say?
Sorry, off topic. I just got an email from Humane.
Oh, and right.
It says, since I signed up months ago to get information, it says I have early access to order it a couple days prior to the 16th. No, and if I order it before the 21st, I get it before anybody else.
Oh.
But since it's terrible and Amazon's going to buy it, I probably should just not mess with it,
Now, is that $6.99 US?
Yeah, so it's about $1,400 Canadian.
Yeah, sorry, I'm fucked. And either way, right? So, I'll live vicariously through Tuna for this one, I think.
I'm sorry, I'm a tech nerd. It doesn't have to be a phone related. I mean, I've jumped on a bunch of things. So it is what it is.
I mean, what was the craziest, this is a good question for you. What was the craziest piece of tech you bought just because it sounded like it was going to be amazing?
Oh, my God.
Besides the Dyson headphones.
That's a good question.
He's thinking. He's going through.
I mean, it has to be the. So I got the Google Glass for free beta test, and then I had to give it back, and then I actually bought it, and I wasn't impressed when I bought it. It seemed like things had changed, but it was months later, and I think that was probably it. That had to be it.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I kickstarted an old. I don't know if you never heard of this brand called Omate, OMATE. They made one of the first smartwatches on Kickstarter, and it had basically ran like a version of Android on a tiny screen, and it sounded really good, but the battery life was like a half hour. It was rough.
Right. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. What about you, Kai? Did you ever impulsively, scroll through eBay one day and go?
She's smart.
Yeah, she's smart. I appreciate her.
My money on that stuff.
Don't go through Kickstarter or Indiegogo because I've never got swindled on any one of those before. Mm-hmm. But I've bought some things that were like, what the hell is this? Some 3D rendering camera that I don't know what the hell it was rendering. I took a picture of my face and it looked like a piece of shit. I mean, it didn't even come up my face. I mean, I know this is the moneymaker. But I mean, I don't
obviously it doesn't need to be said. Yeah, we got it.
Right, you can just look and know.
What about you, Matt? Craziest impulsive tech buy that you've ever made?
I mean, how long do you got? I am.
Oh,
give
us the list.
I put in my Twitter bio. I'm a non-recovering tech addict. Okay.
Right. Okay.
It's an impulse. It comes down to the first example I would say that was like a true risk for me, if you want to say that, was the Nothing Phone 1. Okay.
Oh yeah, I bought that too.
And I mean, it's not available in the US. It was the beta program, so I bought it with
$2.99 was a good price, right?
And all that. Yeah. I mean, so I was like, hey, it's worth the risk. But again, same thing I said about OnePlus, like support. What if I break it? What if I scratch it? What if I damage it? I like the option of being able to swap it out quickly. Yada. So long story short, I have the Nothing Phone 2 here as well. So obviously it went well. But for me, I'm constantly looking for the weird kind of fun,
wonderful stuff,
tech stuff. Yeah.
Hey, Matt, just to give you a heads up, since you have a Nothing Phone 2, Roddy's going to send you a link to his one OnlyFans page because he's a huge Nothing 2 phone fan, and he uses that as his main camera in a lot of those videos. So
we've actually nicknamed it.
Oh, really? Okay.
Mr. Nothing.
I've seen him on.
He's Mr. Nothing.
Mr. Nothing. I like it. I've seen him on X a lot when he talks about like his ecosystem and all that stuff. And I know they have a new sub brand, which is kind of cool too, which I'm interested in checking out. But man, I mean, honestly, it could be anything from a coffee maker. Like if it seems cool and different and kind of fun, I'm all about it. I spent 2 months on TikTok trying to get my old Talk About Motorola two-way pager activated, and that was cool. It's just like, these little quirky things. Like I'll spend the money if it's worth it, if it feels cool.
Well, I mean, listen, if you're ever looking for a great website where you can collate all of great tech and all kinds of products, you should check out. I heard this is really good. I don't know where it comes from.
What does that say? One Cut. What is that?
Reviews,
what is it called?
OneCutReviews.com.
Never heard of them.
It's some crazy guy runs it, but it's great place to look for some interesting tech and tech-related product reviews. But
I'll have to check them out sometime.
Yeah,
I know, right? Yeah, I don't know. It's just a weird, bizarre.
I'm on them right now.
Oh, there you go. Kai, see, Kai is already converted. I love it.
I'm on them right now.
I'm sure the link will be in the bio, right? Or in the
of course,
in the description below. Yeah.
So now, Matt, how is that Nothing Phone 2?
Well, the 2 weeks I actually used it as my main device. It was awesome, but now it sits in a drawer because that's just what happens with tech reviewers. But honestly, though, I pulled it out to update it and everything. And so, you want to talk about the Nothing Phone for a second?
Yeah, go, absolutely.
I know you get enough from Roddy, but I just want to
before you go any further, who has owned that phone? I had it, but I don't have it anymore. Darren, did you have? No, you didn't have it.
I had the one.
I had the 1 and the 2. Yeah,
it was too small. The 1 for me.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah, but I would get the 2 because that was one of my complaints. If it was bigger, I would get the 2.
Tuna hears that all the time. Don't worry.
It's not about size. It's not about size, all right?
It doesn't matter.
It's girth, right? Yeah, I know.
I prefer smaller phones.
Thank you. Yep.
Okay. And I prefer bigger phones. So
hey, that's right.
You guys are definitely getting a strike on this one.
Yes.
I don't think we ever have a podcast where there's no strikes. I mean, just
exactly. Yeah. All right at this point. Yeah.
But so for me, like, it's so funny because we try. Okay, so I'm not a tangent, right? But I'm just gonna give my
Go ahead.
We constantly do the same thing, right? We have this device, and then we have this device, and then we have this device, and we go through, and the screens look the same. Yeah, it's just a different skin every time.
Yeah.
So the reason I don't go with a case a lot of times is because the only way you can identify what it actually is by going caseless. Instead, we put a cheap
or a clear
plastic.
case. Clear case.
It's still a piece of plastic. on a. This is a clear case on here, right? And wait, where's it's up here? So it looks fine. This is from somewhere. I don't remember. Somebody sent it to me, and so it's a cool clear case. But for me, the things that differentiate anymore between a regular device versus another one is the personality of it, right? So personality and the Nothing phone exist. It doesn't. You put this down on the table, it starts to light up, and everybody freaks out. They're like, "Oh, is your phone? Is it your flashlight? What's going on? Your flashlight's going on?" Blah blah blah. And
what kind of case is on your iPhone?
Exactly.
That's what I got when I had
exactly. You know, yeah. So it becomes like, you know, as we continue to evolve in processors and all the internals, the outside and the externals just don't. They just don't. And so that's why we are, you know, diving into this whole foldable atmosphere. Because people want different. But the only people who don't want different are the non-techies, the ones who want consistent all the way through and through. So the only option you have is keep the front the same, keep the screen the frame, keep the front the same, keep the back different, right? Yes. And that's what Nothing's doing. That's why I appreciate them. And that's why I got I kept the one, I kept the two. I like to kind of keep a couple generations to build a collection a little bit and see what it feels like. But yeah, I thoroughly enjoy it. I could use.
Well, you might want to dust it off because I just released OS 2.5
in the beta. I know. Why do you think it's out?
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna test it out. Now I got you spoke about CMF, their sub brand. Is that CMF or CFM? I can't. Anyways, I got the Watch Pro, and it's a great device. It's okay. My biggest complaint is it's made for the international market. They don't use imperial measurements. They don't use Fahrenheit. It's only Celsius. And it's weird.
Of course it's Celsius, because that's what it fucking should be.
No,
Fahrenheit. Who the fuck measures the temperature in Fahrenheit? Like, what are we? Fucking 100 years? I know. Sorry.
But either way, one of the issues is when you open the app, it would, once you close it out, when you go your recent apps and you swipe up and close it out, it would disconnect. So they didn't update where it opens up in your notification tray and says, "Hey, watch connected." But when you still swiped out, it shuts the app down. So it's still a work in progress, and they're going to release it here pretty soon in the US. I'm hoping at that point they're not going to make multiple versions of a $60 watch. They're just going to update the software for the American market, and I'll get an update.
Yeah,
but it's not bad for the price. It definitely underestimates your step count when you really have to like move your arm when you're walking like a weirdo to get it to measure. But I think those are all stuff.
Kamal Walker that goes in the morning after really smooth arms. Did you have that imported?
No, there's an authorized dealer there was an authorized dealer on Amazon. Okay. I forget the company's name. I reached out to him because I ordered it a long time ago and it was coming in like the end of October. And I'm like, oh, it's a scam. So I canceled it. Roddy incidentally got it from the same buyer and actually received it. He also got the buds. And I think got the charger too.
I just got the email too.
Oh, so I'm not special. God.
No, you're not special. Sorry.
Yeah, but how much is it going to cost you in Canada?
Oh, fucking $1,000 minimum for that thing. And like, it's gonna.
Don't worry, I'll save a couple $100 and I'll let you see how it works.
Just perfect. Give it a little bit of time. You put in your Prime code, and you're going to get like a $300 discount. So
true. Now, I just got one.
Oh, you know what? Hey, wait. Talking about Prime, I do have Astro.
Yes, that's right. Yes.
Again, I didn't pay for that one either, but I wouldn't pay for
that. One's pretty fucking special. Like that's a pretty
$1,500 for that. So I have some remodeling going on at my house. I got a couple bathrooms that are getting tore up, and I wasn't home the first day. The second day I came in, and the plumber comes in. He's like, "Hey, Astro, you need to help me with this plumbing." I'm like, "Did he just talk to my robot?" He goes, "Dude, I looked it up. I'm not paying that much." And he goes, "Do you think it could swim?" I'm like, "I'm pretty sure you don't want to put that in water." And every time he comes over now, like this is going to happen for like weeks. He talks to it like it's his friend. He goes, "Follow me," and Astro will follow him into the bathroom while he's working on it and just stare at him. It's so weird.
Now, one of the things just getting back to the humane things, I've just got a million questions now that I got that email.
Yeah, so I got you going.
The idea is it projects onto whatever I guess is closest to the device,
20 to 40 centimeters away. We don't measure in centimeters, but
what is that in inches? I don't understand.
So I'm going to say like now
10 inches, a foot, maybe a foot. I don't know.
Roddy just messaged me through our Telegram here, and he just said, "Does it project on other things that aren't your hand?"
Oh,
and that's a fair question. Question.
Well, in the words of Kaya, or it has to be pretty big to project on certain things.
Well, I'm going to imagine, right? Like it has to be. Yeah, I'm going to assume it's there, but
I think she's paused. I don't think she's frozen. We lost her.
She's frozen. She's frozen.
Because there is like no response.
Yeah. I love that she's frozen in the exact moment that she's just ticked out. Oh, she came back. There we go.
I'm back. I don't know what happened. Something happened with my Wi-Fi.
We were just laughing because you were frozen, looking so disinterested, and we were making the dirtiest joke just then. But that's okay.
Yeah. So Roddy had messaged. Roddy messaged Darren in a Telegram group we're part of, and he asked about that AI pin, and he said, it has to project on your hand, but could it project on anything else? And I said, if it was up the guy, it had to be pretty big.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be. Yeah,
to me it feels like. So here's what I recognize from this whole thing. Like, let's say you're sitting at the desk and working, right?
Yeah.
And you say, okay, I got a message or whatever, and you double tap on it or you see it. Would it just project on your desk?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
It's got a sensor, so I think if you put your, I honestly think it's got intelligence that it looks for a hand. So if someone puts their hand in front of you, maybe it'll project on their hand. But it's got a sensor, like a radar kind of thing, kind of like a Soli. I would imagine something similar to that. Yeah. And I think it kind of distinguishes between that. I don't know. I could be totally off, but it seems pretty advanced and uses AI. I mean, I don't know.
I just feel like it'd be so much. If I'm sitting here typing my computer and I get a message and I see it pop up right here on my desk, that'd be pretty sweet.
That would,
and it might. It might.
Yeah. Instead of saying, "Oh, I have to stop my work and then look at my hand."
So what I'll do when I get mine, I'll make that suggestion to the devs. I'm like, hey man, you know me.
You're going to get the review unit anyway, right? You're going to get it next time.
Oh, I'm not big enough to get a review unit from that company.
I don't know. I don't know much about it. I just literally saw that article today, and I was like, that sounds pretty cool. I mean,
I've been following that for months.
You told me to sign up for it. I'm pretty sure it was you. You're like, hey, check these guys out. And I'm pretty sure that's why I'm on the mailing list.
You guys heard what he said. So there was a phone that came out around March or April. It was called the Honor Magic 5 Pro. And I love the action. There's a thing called action mode where you just jump and it takes a picture of you. And that's what got me in love with it because I have kids. And they move all the time.
All the time.
I got it. Now, there's one caveat here in the U.S. It supports 5G on T-Mobile, but not VoLTE, but it worked fine. Phone of the year for me. And Darren didn't believe me. So he bought it. Yeah. And now he regrets it as well as me for getting rid of it.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you that Honor 5. So if it's anything to go with that, this AI pin is going to be just as fantastic.
Yeah, exactly. And look, I mean, right now at One Cut Reviews, we're actually putting together our product of the year. And that definitely is up the top of the list for potentially being the product of the year for this year.
And December 1st, we'll be wearing suits on our podcast. We will be in, or tuxedo shirts, whatever people prefer.
Whatever, like whatever you can get from Amazon. On the top. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So we are doing on December the 1st our very first Tech of the Year podcast, special podcast, where we reveal what our favorite tech of this year has been, giving out some makeshift awards of some form, probably just like I said last week, a post-it note saying I owe you and just sending it to Honor or like whoever. But it's the first time we're doing it, and I think it'd be kind of a big fun event. And we're gonna throw out some advertising up on all of the social media platforms to kind of drum up some interest for that. But I think on that podcast too, now that would be the perfect opportunity to do a giveaway. A giveaway of something and say, so I'm gonna explore our options there and see.
I'll have to look too. I might have some things.
Yeah,
just keep your OnePlus open, and if you don't like it, you can just give it away on the thing. There you go.
Well,
all right, it's still in the box. I haven't sent it back yet. It's labeled up. It's ready to go. Tomorrow was maybe the day.
Well, OnePlus just shot me down on the chat. They're like, "Yeah, you're gonna have to wait another day." I go, "What if it's past my return policy?" Well, you've already started the return, so you're good.
They said that to me too. Exact same conversation. It's fucking AI. Guaranteed.
I'm telling you, if they send it to me, I'm probably gonna send it back. I don't need it. I don't have. The Pixel Fold is better for me.
It's the ease of it, man. That's when I posted it. I said, "Look, it's not personal. I stand by this. Okay, I'm not to get away from.
No, it's personal. How dare you?
I have a question. First of all, how dare you? Okay.
OnePlus is my personality. How dare you?
But it's just the ease of it, man. If you're gonna start opening up the markets, you gotta have like a customer service,
that matches
presence. It's got to be seamless. It's got to be.
Yeah,
and they're working on it. I get that.
Yeah. I think OnePlus is still in an interesting position because I feel like they're kind of under Oppo's thumb in a lot of ways. Mm-hmm. Like they want to be their own company like they used to be, but they're just not anymore. Yeah. And I think, here in North America, Oppo just doesn't exist. Right? Like it just doesn't.
Oppo, Xiaomi, Vivo, you don't have any of that crap.
Look, by comparison, you look at Australia. Like Australia, if you go on like any tech, like Best Buy version of Best Buy they have in Australia, and Oppo devices are sold in stores on shelves, right? Like it's bigger in some markets, but here because they don't have any presence, they have nothing to. They don't care. It's just money for them, right? It's coming in. And I think that's the biggest issue with. Why I think a lot of these people are just not really happy with the situation. For me, if they had said to me, "Hey, Darren, we're offering extended, support for the device. It's going to cost this much money," I would have bought it and I would have been using that device. But it's too big of a risk for $2,100.
Look at the return. Look at the issues we had trying to return the device.
Yeah, exactly.
For some reason, all three of us have hit that wall where when you hit continue, it doesn't do anything. Yeah. You have to reach out, and the lady's like, "Oh, what's wrong with it?" And I'm like, I actually called. Yeah. And I was like, I just didn't like some of the software things. It didn't work. Okay, we'll get it started. Wait 24 hours. Well, it's been 24 hours. I haven't got it. I messaged them, and some other guy says, no, now it's 36 to 48 hours. Uh-huh. And don't worry, your return's already started. Yeah, I'm going to worry. I don't trust you.
But it's because you're bad-mouthing them. We're listening to the podcast. That's what happens.
That's it. Yeah.
OnePlus. I'm more of a Samsung knight. No, I'm not really.
Well, listen, guys. That brings us to the end of the TNT podcast for tonight. And very, very thankful for Kaya and Matt. You guys have been great tonight. We appreciate you guys being here. Tuna. Always a pleasure. And look, for anyone else that's catching this on Spotify or Apple Podcasts or all those other great places, we are live usually on a Friday. Today, special day. But once a week, we are doing all of the tech news and reviews of the world and just kind of letting people know how we actually feel about some of these things that we use. So make sure you hit that, subscribe button on YouTube and, check out all of these lovely people's respective things they got going on. They're all pretty amazing individuals. And that brings us to the end. Any closing thoughts, Kaya? Anything you want to say? You want to make fun of Roddy or anything like that before you go?
Nice. It was nice. It was fun. I'll have to get back on again one day.
For sure, 100%. We would love to have you back on. And what about you, Matty? Any closing thoughts?
Yeah. So, first of all, thanks for having me on here. It's awesome. And I think these kind of discussions are important between those who are like in the tech community, but not necessarily in the multi-million, followers and subs and stuff, even though that's great. But, these are real world people who have budgets and have limited funds. And we need to really know what the core things that we should really invest in. So these discussions are super important. So thanks for keeping this up and look forward to next time. Yeah,
for sure. And Tuna, any closing thoughts? You want to say something to Ron?
My personality has been attacked multiple times, so I'm very upset. I'm going to cry myself to sleep. I appreciate it.
It's just Jeff Bezos' fault. It's Bezos' fault.
It's Jeff Bezos.
Oh, I was going to ask a quick question. Whenever y'all do y'all podcast or whatever in December, let me know because I have cases I want to give away.
Oh, amazing!
I'll put them toward because. They're just sitting, so
I love it. Yeah. I love it.
It's nice to get those cases, but sometimes you get a little too many, and you have to do all these. Yeah.
Right. So
no joke.
Put them towards y'all.
For sure. Now, Tuna, I'm sorry you feel like you've been, personally attacked there, buddy. It's okay. You'll survive. You'll survive. It's okay.
Thanks.
Do you want to? I'm sure you can just go cry to OnePlus support, and they will be very, very helpful.
I did. I cried and said I got made fun of on my podcast. I said wait 24 hours to 48 hours, and you'll get a response.
Exactly.
They'll dry your tears in 48 hours.
Roughly. There you go. Right. Exactly.
All right. Well, on that note, thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in, and we will catch you on the next one. Peace.